Welcome to Hitman Boxing. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Yo, we got a couple of things to talk about as they pertain to Anthony Joshua versus Kubrat Pulev. First order of business, these two gentlemen have broken the record for the Principality Stadium in Cardiff. They sold 70,000 tickets, man. 70K. All right. So they just destroyed the record that was set by Muhammad Ali and Leon Spinks back in 1978. That was actually a record breaker in 78, 63,000 fans. So they soundly beat that record. So 70,000 fans, 70,000 tickets sold. Eddie Hearn is probably going to join Cash Money Records, man. He's about to be a billionaire, man. This dude's making so much money off of Anthony Joshua. It's ridiculous. Anthony Joshua could literally, and this is just his mandatory defense, you know, he's making hella money off Anthony Joshua, man. I don't know, dude. I hope Anthony Joshua don't got a slave deal. I hope he don't have a slave deal. I don't think he does, but let's be real. I mean, we could talk about Eddie Hearn protecting Anthony Joshua. I mean, that comes to mind when I think about a guy who is making so much money, who's so popular around the world. I just saw Anthony Joshua on an Under Armour commercial here, man. I live in the States, man. I ain't never seen Deontay Wilder on TV, but I'm not dissing Deontay Wilder, man. I'm just saying this dude's being promoted. This is the perfect case of how you're supposed to be promoted. Eddie Hearn is a great promoter, and rightfully so. He deserves all this money. Perhaps, who knows? I mean, some may disagree with me, but it is what it is. Now let's talk about Kubrat Pulev and his most recent statement. I'm just pulling up the article here. Trying to find the article. I should have had this ready, but basically what Pulev said was, and I'm just gonna be honest, he's scared, man. He's afraid of Anthony Joshua. All right, he is terrified. He's terrified of Anthony Joshua, man. Here we go. I found it. Let's get into Kubrat Pulev's statement. I know the match will be terrifying, but physically I feel energized and mentally I am ready and I have a good chance to win. Kubrat Pulev's statement. So I'm going to break down what he said. All right. He's afraid of Anthony Joshua. He's terrified. And he said he feels energized physically and mentally, which contradicts what he said previous to this, before the fight was even made, because if I recall, he said he wasn't ready for this fight, and it looks like he got thrown in a little prematurely. And he said he has a good chance to win. No, you don't have a good chance to win. You're not going to be Anthony Joshua. If you have a good chance to win, so did Dominic Breazeale, and we saw what happened with him, right? Now, Kubrat Pulev, he's a good B-level fighter, man. He's only got one loss, and, you know, it was a knockout loss to Klitschko, so, I mean, that's fine. But, I mean, he's got Ustinov on his record when he was undefeated. Tony Thompson, Derek Rossi, a guy who was giving Bermain Stavern that work before he lost, before he got robbed. You know what I'm saying? He's a decent fighter, man. He's not a bad fighter. He beat Derek Chisora. That was more recent. Well, not more recent. That was like, what? Well, that was last year, right? So, it ain't bad. He's a contender, man. He deserves the ranking that he has. He's a decent opponent. Really, Kubrat Pulev is better than, I would say he's better. He's a better opponent than anyone Deontay Wilder might have on his resume. I mean, if we ranking, he can't even rank Gerald Washington. We're not even going to do this, man. I told you this wasn't going to be a Wilder hate video. I just made a video about Deontay Wilder. Go check it out. Apparently, the fight between him and Luis Ortiz is signed, sealed, and delivered. In that fight, I'm picking Deontay Wilder to win. But back to Kubrat Pulev and Anthony Joshua. Yeah, he's going to knock Pulev out. There's nothing you can say. There's no amount of praying that you can do. You know, whether you believe in Jesus, a la Yahweh. I mean, you can pray to all three, but Anthony Joshua's still gonna knock Pulev out. And no, I'm not standing for him right now. It's just the truth, man. Like this dude's a mandatory. He's a B-level fighter. Anthony Joshua is going to knock him out. If this dude Pulev doesn't, if he doesn't do what he's supposed to do in the first few rounds, if he can get Anthony Joshua to gas, and he has a chance, but it's not going to go that. It's not going to be a deep fight, man. We're not going to get into the championship rounds with Anthony Joshua and Pulev, man. Look, after this fight, I'm interested to see what he does, okay? So the fight's October 28th. Hopefully we do get that Wilder Joshua fight. I mean, I'm tripping. Hopefully we do get the Deontay Wilder Luis Ortiz fight. And I'm just hoping that the winner of this fight between between Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz, I'm hoping that they get Anthony Joshua next. It'll be a great fight for boxing. And then we can finally crown the true heavyweight king. And no, I'm not talking about Tyson Fury. He doesn't count because he's never going to box again. He's a bum. We're not going to get on him either. It's all good. Hitman Boxing. Drop a comment, like the video. Let me know what you think about Pulev's statement about him being terrified of Anthony Joshua. Let's have a discussion. Hitman Boxing again. I'll say it again, like I always say it again. Like the video, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Dipset all day. You already know.